Welcome back everyone to IPO Market Watch. So it seems to be that maybe December of 2025 is the month of profitable IPOs. In this YouTube video, I'm going to cover a company that is profitable, a company that many of you know, a company that most Robinhood investors, so if you're using the Robinhood trading app, you're very excited or you're wondering if you should get in or not, because it is available to pre-order on Robinhood right now. If you were to pre-order this on Robinhood at the price that Robinhood offers us right now, by the way, it's going public on December 17, and the stock opens higher on December 17, you're an automatic winner. Let's first talk about two things really quick. One is the Fed and the rate decision, and then SentinelOne, which is, I really need to cover this. So today is December 10th. And there's no guarantee the Fed's cut will lower the rates that matter. We need to cut rates. We need to help the economy. I don't know if the market will go up today because traditionally and pretty much historically, every single time Jerome Powell speaks, every single time we have a Fed rate decision and he speaks, no matter what he says, no matter if he cuts or not, it doesn't matter. As soon as he says good afternoon, the stock market crashes. Good afternoon. And by now, I think you all know that. It's become a meme. It's become a joke, a sad joke. It hurts, but it's the reality. Now, I want to talk about real quick before I get to this profitable IPO. And I don't know if you're going to see this in the camera, but I'll try to show it. Hope it shows. I'm going to talk about this. You see it? I don't know. Go closer. Further back. SentinelOne, guys. So I'm going to talk about SentinelOne. SentinelOne, for me, is one of the greatest and most sure things I can invest in. Just my opinion. Next week, I'm going to have a YouTube video out. And I'm going to prove by numbers, news, forward outlook, statements. I'm going to prove why what I believe is true. That it is a bullish stock and I don't fear investing in it, and I feel actually extremely comfortable. The number one thing that people need to understand, and this is like, I don't understand, like some people are insane. They buy a stock and I don't know if they know why they bought it. I really don't know. Like they complain about SentinelOne after the most recent earnings and the stock went down, and it's not a cybersecurity company. Their product suite sucks. You know what? Anyone who says that, instead of saying it's not a cybersecurity company or their cybersecurity products suck, instead of saying that, why don't you back what you state with facts? Because anybody can just say the stupidest thing on earth. If it's not a cybersecurity company worthy of their product offerings and all that stuff, gee, I wonder why earlier in the year, and it's not from Reddit, it's from mainstream media, why was there a try to buy out SentinelOne by a much bigger company? Palo Alto? Why? Why would a much bigger company with billions and billions of dollars in the cybersecurity world try to buy out SentinelOne? I mean, you think you're smarter than them? You think that you know that SentinelOne is not good in cybersecurity, which you can't even explain why. But okay, as always, people who are like traders, impatient people who don't know what they're doing in the stock market, they don't know how to buy. All they do is know how to act smart, but that's it. And they say stupid things. Put your head, to think. SentinelOne has over $650 million in cash and cash equivalents. They have no long-term debt. They were a buyout target. Revenue year over year goes higher and higher and higher. All right, so I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, let's continue. Discord. Over on my Discord today in the pre-market, we had some conversations. John mentioned the unusual options alert. The unusual options is the best. The one at the top tier level, the one with the brain emoji. It is so simple, so easy to understand, and it's the best because it is very powerful. You can make a lot of money off of this one because it tracks the institutions. What options are they placing? And it literally explains to you, look, they just bought, an option on this. It's a bullish or a bearish option. Their target price is that by this date. and why and so on. It's so easy to understand. Two unusual options for GPCR. On December 5th, 2025, these two unusual options came into our Discord. And what do they say? They say GPCR, the ticker symbol, and here's the company, Structure Therapeutics Incorporation, Bullish. The price at that time was $34.78 and also at $35 when these two unusual options came. Target price of $65, target price of $65. It is telling us that the institutions are bullish and they're targeting $65. If you wanted to follow these institutions, you could have. If you didn't want to, that's fine. But that was December 5th. On December 8th, guys, here is December 8th right here. Let me just say this. Right now in pre-market, it's trading at 69. So they had a target of 65 from the 34. Obviously, the institutions won. They already gained what they were looking for. But on December 8th, just 3 days later, after those unusual options came into our Discord, it hit 91. Here's another unusual options. This was also on December 5th. We got a bullish sentiment. That price was $30.85 at the time when the unusual options came into our Discord for BRZ. And it told us that they are targeting $35. This was on December 5th. It was $30 and it's telling us that they're targeting 35. Today, December 10, the stock is already 35. You don't have to think about what should I do, what should I invest, I don't know, whatever. Here's the ideas, unusual options, they're coming in. Look at it, whatever you like. All right, so the IPO I want to talk about in this YouTube video is Medline Incorporation, ticker symbol MDLN. It is going public on December 17, 2025. The price range, as you can see, is $26 to $30, and the deal size is $5 billion. So who is this company? Medline is the largest provider of medical, surgical products and supply chain solutions, serving all points of care based on total net sales of med-surg products. They deliver mission-critical products used daily across the full range of care settings, from hospitals to surgery centers, physician offices, post-acute facilities. The company's founding family has $6 billion plus stake in this upcoming IPO, which is pretty reassuring. In fact, if we do a little more digging, we find this. Mills family, including Charlie Mills, the company's former CEO, Andy Mills, his cousin and former president, and Jim Abrams, Andy's brother-in-law, and the former chief operating officer. Well, that's like, it confused me a little bit when I was reading that. I was like, what? This cousin and brother-in-law of that brother-in-law? And I was like, whatever. They have a combined net worth of at least $20 billion in the company. And let's put the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is that whenever you see an IPO going public, in which, before it goes public, and remains as it goes public, as an investor, Blackstone, those IPOs do well. I've never seen a Blackstone-backed IPO do bad on the market. I've never seen it. So maybe, there's always a first, but I think that this is going to do well. So Medline has booked over 16.9, nearly 17 billion, guys, not million, $17 billion from investors. Some of the investors who have invested so much money in Medline are Blackstone, Carlyle, Mozart Holding Company, Platinum Falcon B 2018. What a name. Medline's revenue is $26.7 billion for 2025 and growing year over year. Their net income growing year over year to be a massive, huge $1.2 billion. Free cash flow, $1.09 billion. Have you ever seen an IPO, a company going public on the stock market, that has over $1 billion in free cash flow and net income, and their total debt at $16.5 billion, which is the negative part, right? It's a massive debt. So if there's one negative that you can look at and focus on that if you want to, is the debt. I will not focus on the debt, and personally speaking for me, Medline Incorporation, ticker symbol MDLN, along with WLTH, which is going public on December 12th, these two companies are going to do well. They're amazing. I like them. top class companies that are going to join the market and give investors, true investors, a choice to invest in. So that's that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to join us on Discord, the link will be in the description in the comment section below. And take care.